Hey, how's it going guys? I'm Casper and this is my YouTube channel, The Casper Method. In this video, I'll be guiding you on what classes to select in BR of Call of Duty Mobile.
But I don't need it. I always go for the mechanic.
And what if someone else takes it before you?
Well, then I go for the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I can lick my elbow. You know that old nursery rhyme?
Does it work?
Can we talk about it after the video ends?
No, because that's what this video is all about. See, you can't select classes by chanting stupid nursery rhymes like that. You have to be strategic while choosing and using them. And by strategic, I mean that you have to know, number one, what kind of player you are. Are you a super aggressive player or passively aggressive or a camper, etc. Number two, what role do you play in your team? I mean, are you the one who's good at short range combats and go for those mindless rushes, or are you a sniper or a flanker or good at mid range, blah blah blah. For keeping things simple, I divided this entire concept into two separate videos. In this one, I'll guide you on what classes to use depending on your own game style. In the next one, I'll show different class combos that your squad can use together to get the most number of kills and win confrontations easily. So let's get started. If you're that guy who does mindless rushes and literally pounces on the enemy team, the best class skill for you is the defender. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people don't use this class, and that's because they don't know how and when to use it. Now imagine a situation. You spot an enemy, you decide to rush on him all alone, and when you reach there you find that there are 3 more people waiting for you. And this is where the defender comes to use. Not only will it make a cover in front of you, but also blind each and every enemy player in front of you at the same time. Isn't that a win-win for you? Now, such aggressive players might prefer a mechanic. The mechanic, although a bit overpowered, has its downside, at least to a rusher. I mean, mechanic traps people only within a small circular region, and if people manage to get out of it, the skill becomes totally useless since the mechanic targets on one single player. If you're a close combat expert too, but prefer fighting only when one or more of your teammates rushes with you, then the most preferable classes for you are the Trickster and the Clown. Not only these classes save you, but also save the teammate who's in front of you. You can also use the Trap Master because it slows down enemies and boosts all your teammates who walks across it. So moving on. If you're a passive aggressive player, then you can use the Clown or the Mechanic. Passive aggressive players are those who avoid direct confrontation with the enemy and prefer to build up pressure on the enemies indirectly. That's what the Clown and the Mechanic does. You can throw the Clown towards an enemy and the zombies will build up pressure on them. The Mechanic locks onto an enemy target from quite a long distance, but remember not to keep the Mechanic circling around your head all the time since it leaks your position. This is one of my personal favorites because I do the job of a flanker. Basically, a flanker's job is to rotate from your current position and kill enemies either from behind or from a different angle. In short, a flanker does those surprise attacks from where enemies do not expect us to be at. The most suitable class for a flanker is the Ninja class, especially when it's been upgraded from the chip terminal. You can find the best use of Ninja class at places where there are a lot of buildings and enemies tend to camp up on top of them, like the Crash. The upgraded Ninja class not only eliminates your footsteps but also gives you 3 grapples instead of 2. So if someone is waiting for you at the stairs, use the grapples to get inside the building from a different angle and backsmack him. Another useful class for a flanker is the Scout class. As you know, it reveals the enemy positions around you for a short interval, so you know where the enemies are at and you can easily creep up on them. Snipers act as catalysts for the main rushers of the squad. They easily knock enemies or deal a huge amount of damage. They can see what's exactly going on in the battlefield, who's winning, who's losing, so I would suggest snipers to use the airborne class.
But why?
Suppose 2 or 3 of his teammates get knocked, so now it's his responsibility to start a direct confrontation ASAP, kill the remaining enemies and revive his teammates. So airborne class is the fastest means of transportation for a player.
If it's the fastest means of transportation, then why can't flankers use it to creep up on the enemies from behind?
Because this trick of flankers using the airborne will work only if the enemies are newbies. Any experienced player can track the position of the airborner by looking up at the sky. Also, the airbornes can save a sniper from an unexpected third-party attack from behind. See, if I'm that sniper, what I would do is I would call my airborne either to escape or to use that big ass thing as a cover.
Whoa, I never thought about it. Mind equals blown. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome, dude. In the next video, like I said before, I'm gonna show you combinations of these classes that your team can use to chalk out different team strategies. So stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Stay safe, stay awesome. And this is the Casper method signing off.